100 yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. Dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go. Louie! Pick me up. Here we go.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Team 6. Check 45's the mic. Check.
Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action, it's Wentz. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Hey, Alpha. You don't want it. Check 45's the mic. Check 45. Great 15.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
45 more, Tokyo. Hey, Zoo. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. What's done? What's done?
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
When you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Ridley. My side.
They'll run with Penny. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st down, Dallas.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
61, matchbox, right.
Now Rashad Penny. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got his man, Boyd. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Jones. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz going to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Being chased out, Mahomes hit, he lost the football. Into the Redskins, have it, they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Well, the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up. It led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Mike 5-4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time. It's a foot race. The 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
If you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
45.
Working from the gun. Wentz going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Exit. What's that?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 35-yard line.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, second and 6. Now here's Mahomes. He gets it to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Hey, Trace don't travel. Trace don't travel. Kill. Yellow.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. It's George. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a first down. They'll try and run forward with Petty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on, baby.
Second down and goal. Mahomes flushed out right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on third and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
You see me out here? That's right.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget, they're taking the...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Under 10, 10. Watch safety creep. 15. Safety's creeping. Attack!
On third and long, it's Mahomes. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
Yellow. 56. Let's put him on the buses.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. Please, 5-7. Please,
from the gun, it's Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Watch the run and bring it to you.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Lloyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mahomes going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. This safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Penny. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Watch 54, watch 54. I'm coming for you. You mine. Out, 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 out. Switch, switch, switch.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Nice 7, let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Here we go, back. Luini!
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Vita Vea getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
16 yards, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Hey, Riblet, Riblet.
Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will get him one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 24, Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the carry, this is Scott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
They're not ready for this. They still
On third down, it's Scott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.